I told you yesterday that we are going to have the review again today, preparing tomorrow's revision test, chapter test. Okay, let me continue with this worksheet 7. And then after that, we continue with the review for tomorrow's test. Okay, number 21. Group 2 element reacts vigorously with water to produce a soluble hydroxide. So it is a soluble hydroxide which forms a white precipitate. So white precipitate in the presence of sulfuric acid. And the carbonate very stable to heat. This one, magnesium is not forming white precipitate. Magnesium sulfate is soluble in water. Calcium sulfate is soluble in water. Strontium sulfate is also soluble, but the only white precipitate with sulfuric acid is barium. For number 22, the group 2 metals considered in order of increasing atomic number shows a decrease in the first ionization energy, because this first ionization energy is in the data booklet, which we can refer to. For the nuclear charge, we note that the nuclear charge is decreasing, but it is not written in the data booklet. Okay, it is not available on data booklet. Chemical reactivity down the group 2 increases, becomes more reactive, and ionic radius also increases down the group. Okay, so for this one, later I will upload on the Google Classroom. Now we are going to continue with the revision. Okay, I've provided 4 questions. Of course, there could be A, B, C, D, or point 1, 2, and 3. Group 7. Describe the physical states of chlorine, bromine, and iodine at room temperature. Explain the observed trend in their volatilities. So regarding the physical states is from gas to solid. Chlorine is gas, bromine is liquid, iodine is solid. And then for the volatility becomes from volatile to non-volatile. Volatile means the ability to evaporate at room temperature and pressure. These are the trend. And then for number 2, I1, what is the oxidation number of chlorine in chloride and in chlorate 3? Sorry, this one should be negative and 3. This one also the same. This is negative and 3. This also negative 3. And this one also negative 3. Okay. What is the oxidation number of chlorine? Okay, so chlorine chlorine in ClO minus. And then also chlorine in chlorate. In chlorate, chlorine in chlorate 1 and chlorine in chlorate 3. This one, the oxidation state of chlorine equals to positive 1. While this one, the chlorine in here is positive 5. Now, the second one, second point, chlorate 1 and chlorate 3 can be obtained when chlorine reacts with aqueous alkali under different conditions. With the aid of balance equations, explain how both chlorate 1 and chlorate 3 are formed. So this one, both chlorine gas, chlorine, and then plus sodium hydroxide, plus sodium hydroxide will react to form something. Okay, so this one cold, and then this one is hot. Both hot and cold will produce sodium chloride. And then water will always be produced for both. Okay. And then next, both of them will produce sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Okay. For cold is produce sodium chloride 1. For hot, it will produce chloride 3. Now, what we need to do is only balancing. This one, 2, and then for this one, 6, this one, 5, Cl, and then the oxygen here, we write T, 3. Now, if we write like that, the chlorine, there are 6. So, we have to write 3. 3 Cl2. Okay, 3 Cl2 plus sodium hydroxide becomes sodium chloride, water, and sodium chloride 3. Draw dot and cross diagram for chloride and chloride 3 and states the shape of this anion. So this one is for ClO negative. This one ClO negative 3. If we draw ClO, there is Cl dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. O 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there is an additional of electron. Okay. So for this one, where is the electron that comes from outside is this one. So in this one, only linear. This one 180 degrees, which is linear. Okay, it is linear. And then for ClO3 or chloride 3 ion, there are 3 oxygen. So we draw. There is oxygen, and then there is XO, chlorine, XO, oxygen, and then there is a lone pair and O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then so this one, how many bond pairs and how many lone pairs? For sure, there is a 1 lone pair. And for the number of chemical bond, there are 3 bond pair. In fact, there are more than 3 bond pairs, because this one there is an overlap between the sigma and pi. Therefore, it is considered to be 1. It's considered to be single bond. And then this one 3 bond pair, 1 lone pair, it is 107 degrees, similar to ammonia. So the shape here is trigonal pyramidal. It is trigonal pyramidal, the shape of the ion. Until this number 2, is there any question? Nathan V?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, is there any question, Nathan V?
I have no question for today.
What's wrong with you, Nathan V? Are you all right?
No, I don't. I feel weak these days, you know.
Oh, you feel weak?
Yeah, I feel weak. I don't know why.
Yesterday you were energetic.
I do not know what happened. I think it's something that I ate. And
Oh,
yeah.
do you get food poisoning?
I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. No. I just don't feel that well. But
Today no question. Okay. Okay, now let's continue with the number 3. Okay, wait, let me upload the previous one. Periodicity. Okay, this number 3. This number 3, compare the oxidizing ability of chlorine and iodine using their reactions with thiosulfates. Thiosulfates has the formula of S2O3 2-. This one will oxidize, become SO2- 4. This is called as oxidation. Okay, this is called as an oxidation. The oxidation state, this one for this one positive 2, so negative 6 plus 4, so plus 4 is positive 2. And then for the SO4, the oxidation state of sulfur in sulfate, it is negative 8 plus 6. Okay, so oxidation. Now, how about the abilities? Down, group 7 elements. And group 7 elements become less reactive. Becomes less reactive. Chlorine is more reactive than iodine. Therefore, chlorine is stronger oxidizing agent. Okay, and then number 4.1. When electrolysis of brine gives sodium hydroxide and chlorine. When sodium hydroxide and chlorine are allowed to react or to mix at high temperature and low temperature, different products are formed. Write equations for the two reactions. These two reactions we did already in the number 2. So in this number 2, so we can refer to part 2. Refer to number 2, part 2 answer. Okay, they have the same for the hot. For hot will form chloride 3, but cold will form chloride 1. Okay, next. Chlorine dioxide is now commonly used in water treatment due to its greater solubility in water compared to chlorine. Draw dot and cross diagram for chlorine dioxide and suggest a reason why chlorine dioxide is a good oxidizing agent. Okay, now we have to draw for the chlorine dioxide. Okay. Okay. Okay, next, draw dot and cross diagram for chlorine dioxide and suggest a reason why chlorine dioxide is a good oxidizing agent. Chlorine dioxide. Chlorine dioxide means there are 2 oxygen and 1 chlorine. So oxygen. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6. This chlorine. And then there is 1 electron. Oh, sorry. Oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this one, there is an electron without its pair. This electron is in unstable state. This the chlorine there is an electron without its pair. It is in unstable state. The chlorine has great tendency to gain an electron. Or it is called as reduction. Therefore, it is called as an oxidizing agent. Okay. Chlorine molecule has complete outermost shell electrons. It is considered to be stable. Okay. Next, in last question, explain why chlorine dioxide is relatively soluble in water compared to chlorine. In chlorine molecule, there is no electronegativity difference. It has van der Waals intermolecular forces. Yes, it has van der Waals intermolecular forces and considered to be non-polar. Okay. Chlorine dioxide is made up of chlorine and oxygen. It has electronegativity difference. The intermolecular forces is permanent dipole. Considered to be polar. This chlorine dioxide can dissolve in water, in which water is a polar substance, polar molecule. So, based on the rule, polar dissolve in polar, non-polar dissolve in non-polar, non-polar cannot dissolve in polar, and also polar cannot dissolve in non-polar. Okay, so these are the review that we are having today, preparation for tomorrow's test. Yes, is there any question, Natasha? Hello, Natasha. Hello, Natasha. You have any question?
I don't think so.
Okay, is everything clear?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Let me upload again, and then I will put it on Google Classroom, and I will let you know. Okay. So I'll give only okay. It is already uploaded on the Google Classroom. Nathan V, can you help to check, Natasha, whether it is already uploaded and also with all the notes?
Yes, teacher. 2 files.
Yes. Okay. Two files being uploaded as the material for the review tomorrow. Review today, test on tomorrow. Okay. So let me take attendance. Okay. Matthew Chandra. Matthew Chandra is absent. Sharon Jessica is also not present. Then in 12P, Alberto. Alberto is also absent. Andrew is here. Atta is here. Billy. Billy is here. Then Brian. Carlton. Carlton is not here. Eiffel. Eiffel is not here. Then Janice. Janice here. Kyla is here. Kevin. Kevin P, Kevin N here. Then there is Mario. Then Matthew Dharma is here. Max is not here. Nia. Nia is here. Rizky. Rizky is not here. Then Saka is here. Sarah is not here. Then Shannon. Valentino. Valentino is not here.
Yes, Chair, I'm here, Chair.
Oh, yeah. Shannon here, but Valentino is not here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So everything I already uploaded, and we are going to have test tomorrow. Okay. So good afternoon and thank you